This is Just Hobby from Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to today's edition of Fish Keeping Jamaica. I'll be showing you some new stock and I'll be giving you some updates on my tank. It is hope that you will enjoy it. Stay tuned. I did an observation with regards to the availability of some fish species in Jamaica. Now, the more common fish that are sold in the pet shop in Jamaica are like guppies, black skirt tetra, koi, goldfish, the filament barbs, and the molly, the swordtail, to name a few. Now, just the other day I went to my pet shop and I saw them selling these fish. I guess some of you might know them, but these fish are schooling fish. I got one set, and then I realized that they were another set. These fish are referred to as Empire Tetra, right? They school just like the black skirt tetra and the filament barbs. I also got, in addition to the Empire tetra, I also got the glow tetra. It's the first in my life that I've actually seen these in the pet shop. I was told that these fish are very rare in Jamaica and that I had the opportunity, so I got them. Now I'll be trying to breed them within the next couple of months because their lifespan is just 3 years. Now, using the mechanisms in which I have actually demonstrated and shown on previous video, I will be doing this. In addition to the Emperor Tetra and the Glow Tetra, I also got a few rainbow fish, just two to be exact. They're a little bit expensive. They are a little bit expensive. I also got three comides, two female, one male. They are all in another container, which is difficult for you to actually observe. But these fish, as they are right now, they are very, very nice to look at. They're soothing. They are actually swimming schools, but it's kind of difficult for you to actually see which one is the male and the female at first glance. Now, the Emperor as well as the glow tetra, males are flat in body and the females are bulky in the waist. Now these, just like black skirt tetra and other assorted type of tetra such as the albino tetra, they are egg bearing fish. So as a result of this, they spawn in tanks or along riversides or river channel with a lot of vegetation, and after they're spawning, as usual, they will look for the eggs and eat them. So if you're trying to actually breed these fish, it's very, very technical that you be careful as to what you do, because after they have laid their eggs, they will actually consume them. A point to note is that after I had brought them home in the bag and I placed them in the tank for acclimatization, I realized that they're so difficult to catch. The filament barbs are very fast, but to a great extent, these are very fast. Also, I made the mistake of putting the glow tetra in the same tank with the tiger barbs, because they were in this tank being quarantined for a week or more. Right, so I placed them in there and I realized that the tiger barbs and them at it, the tiger barbs keep nipping at them, and because they're so small, it's very difficult for them to actually fight back with any much I call it now vim. So I have separated them. I have actually placed them into a container, and being it that I am currently restructuring my fish layout, housing should I say, I just place them in this quarantine tank, in which they will be for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then they will be outside, where in which I will take the next step to breed them. But for the time being, I'm just enjoying them. They are so sweet looking at them, and they swim in schools and they glow at times, and it's so beautiful, right? This tank is a bare bottom tank. it has nothing other than probably a stone, or a stone on the filter, and a little cloth with some carbon in it. Other than that, it's a plain old tank, used for quarantine, used for conditioning, used for breeding. I'll be making my first display tank with its own table, or should I say its own shelf, before the end of this month. It is a hope that you will enjoy that. Now I think I'll be doing a planting tank. I'll be doing two. I don't think I'll be placing these boys in it as yet, because I'll be trying to breed them. But I think I'll be placing some Tetra in which I've bred, along with probably some other fish that will do well in it. Or on the other hand, I might just place some colorful guppies or some mollies with some fancy colors in it to see how it looks. But for the time being, I'm so excited about this aspect of the hobby, where I'm actually viewing these fish that I only see on YouTube and on the internet. Rainbow fish, I am practically getting them little by little, because in Jamaican calculation, it's like $600 for one. If you want to know how much that is in US, you divide that by $130.25. So that's the price for one rainbow fish. So I've gotten two. Hopefully I'll get another three shortly. Bring into the Glow Tetra and the Emperor Tetra. I've also purchased another Mangano. I was unsure as to whether or not the Mangano which I bought was a female. It looks, with the lighting on it, it looks like a female. I wanted one male and two female, but it seems as if I got another male. Now this female, as you are seeing, Mangano, is a female. The color is light blue. It's young, not ready for breeding. However, the male is somewhat darker in color. You can probably see him. He's in a tube, right? He is in the tube. Is a little darker. I ended up, when looking at the two, I realized that now I have two males and one female, and the male that was there originally is now actually beating on the new male. So what I'm going to have to do, and there they are at it, what I'm going to have to do is to actually see if I can get even a young female for that one and put them in an aquarium by themselves, because this might just lead to the death of one. Okay, so this is one of the new fish which I've gotten: Mangano, Emperor Tetra, Glow Tetra, and let me show you the rest. So in addition to my Glow Tetra and my Empire Tetra and my Chromide which I've gotten, I've actually purchased some yellow mollies. They are pregnant, and as a fish breeder, I always try to get the pregnant ones, bearing in mind that live bearers can store the what we call sperms, I don't know the scientific name, for fish up to like 7 months, 8 months. So you might find that you buy a single molly, and when you go home you realize that there's just this molly alone in the tank, and you realize that the molly gets pregnant. The molly gives off 50 babies, and you say, okay, he was pregnant from the pet shop. But you realize that after about 3 more weeks again, the molly get pregnant, and again, and the molly spits out another 50. You wonder, who is this? Because there's no male in the tank, and after that 50, give her about 3 or 4 more sets, and you're wondering, how is that possible? Well, informing you now that these fish live bearers such as guppies, mollies, swordtail, and some other like platies, and I can't remember offhand right now. They can actually store the mint, or what I call sperms, of the male in their system until when they are comfortable to actually get pregnant. Then now they are allow their system to actually start to get pregnant. Wow, what if females could do that? Humans could do that. That would be so interesting, right? So in addition to the glow tetra, the empire tetra, and the chromite, and the rainbow fish, I've actually gotten 2 orange mollies. In addition to this, I've also gotten 1 single koi swordtail. Same rules apply for the molly, in which I've actually purchased just 1 koi swordtail, and it's in a container that is heavily, I'm trying to get it to actually get you to actually see it. It's heavily planted with lilies. So this koi swordtail should actually give birth to fries in very short order. So there it is in the corner. You can see it. The koi swordtail. So probably about next 2 weeks, 3 weeks or less, I should have some baby koi swordtail swimming about. Right. So far I have 3 types of swordtail. I have the green swordtail, the velvet swordtail, the light reddish swordtail, the lyre-tail high-fin swordtail, and the koi swordtail. And this should be very interesting, especially when I've actually created my tank that is planted. Okay. There are many advantages of having your fish stock in ponds or in containers that with flowers and a little aeration at times outdoors. One of which is that your fish stock constantly have food, whether it be live food through insects or whether it be algae, to actually nip on, especially when you may forget to feed them. Now, in koi pond, I've actually changed a quart of the water. Water is now being placed back into the tank. I've actually changed the feed for my fish from koi sticks to tilapia feed. You ask me why. It seems as if they like it. They don't have to swim all the way up to the top for it, because the feed is really heavy, so it sinks to the bottom and they just eat. Another thing is that this tilapia feed, because it's made for, just like it's specialized for tilapia to be raised on a farm to be consumed later on, it makes them bulky and looking really lean and mean, looking very good. So because of this reason, I actually just continue to feed them the tilapia bar as an experiment. I don't know how much they will eat. I don't know if they will get tired of it. But it's going on okay, and it is hope that they will continue to grow. They have actually grown in size based on last observation, and I am so happy. So far, well, at this moment, I have actually placed four goldfish in a special pond at the front to be bred. As soon as eggs are visible, I'll take them out and place them back into this pond. They purchased 3 chromite, 2 females and 1 male. The water right now as is not all that pretty, but they're somewhere. I have changed the water a little bit this morning because this was originally a pond being used by another fish. So what I did, I know that the pond is well conditioned for new fish. So what I've done, I've actually placed the chromite immediately in it after purchasing it, and the fish have been conditioned. Now it being in the fish hobby, experience a lot of things. Sometimes you're going to a fish store, a pet shop, and you're going there to buy feed or to buy something that will help to maintain your tank, and you see something exciting like a new fish, and you're like a little child in a candy shop, you want it. Now, in Jamaica, you don't have much choices as regards to the different type of fish, and the choices in which you have, even if they are rare, they are very expensive. For example, clown knife fish is like probably about $8,000 for one, and that's the baby, right? And the iridescent shark is like probably about $4,500 just for one, and it's very small, right? In addition to my new fish stock, I just giving you an update on my Jack Dempsey tank. Changed water this morning. It's a little bit cloudy, but hopefully during the course of the night, the evening going into the night, it will actually be good. Right, I have three plecos, one 9-inch, one 12-inch, and another 8-inch pleco. I have two Oscars. The two Oscar measures about an estimated 5-inch each, and in addition I have about 50 Jack Dempsey ranging from 2 inches to 4.5, 5 inches, all of which are housed within this 280-gallon IBC tote. And I'm just giving you an update with regards to where I'm at right now. Now, in regards to my 300 filament barbs, they are here, they are doing okay. I've just fed them. The water is green. I've actually placed a tarpaulin over the container so as to limit the growth of algae. Algae have actually supported their growth because they have actually been consuming the algae as a pastime food. Because of my work, I'm unable to feed them 3 times a day the actual feed, so the algae kind of acts as a support as they nibble at the algae during the course of the day. All right. So it's going good. My pride and joy in my hobby is my Oscar fish, and he's about an estimated 9 inches. He's growing. I call him Zeus, and as you see, there's no vegetation. While vegetation is in all the other tanks, there's no vegetation. What I did is to actually get a power head and to put some fiber in it, in which as soon as the power head sends the water up, the fiber collects the filth, and this is needing to be washed, in which I'll do as soon as I'm finished here. Zoos have 45 to 50 gallon space to swim and to enjoy himself. I will be putting Hercules within this tank as soon as I can catch it. Hercules is another Oscar in which I have in the IBC tote, in which I showed you earlier on. I think I'll be purchasing a large Oscar, which I saw at the pet store. It's hopeful that it will still be there. In this tank is a few lyle tail hyphen swordtail fish. Alright, these fish I'm going really fast. Alright, so that's my swordtail tank. I've actually split the fish stock in two, as I explained in earlier videos. Right, and I have a few curries in this tank. Here they are. Okay, they're doing good. They're very happy. I just fed them. Seems as if they want more food. The vegetation is working so good that they look so lush and green. I'm controlling the amount of nitrates in the pond. These are my guppies, as usually. They are always on the top looking for food. These are my mollies, and just like the guppies, they are always looking for food. looking for food. Right. These are my black skirt tetra. They're my black skirt tetra, along with my filament barb adult, and I think it's 3 tiger barbs, in which I'll be actually trying to get them to breed next week. There you have it for today's fish keeping in Jamaica. New fish stock update on fish stocking which I have, and things to come. We're planning to have a planting tank with some schooling fish,